Presidential election in the United States is only 3 days away, yet it's already a main topic of discussion for the crypto market participants. People are de-risking heavily before the election, and I will show you the evidence of that, clear and clean evidence of the risking that people are making. In simple words, they are selling. Should you be selling as well? Or maybe you have sold already. Today, we're discussing the topic of what will be happening with your crypto assets moving further, with altcoins and with meme coins. Should you actually be seeing current market scenario as an opportunity? Should you be buying when everyone is selling? Or should you actually be de-risking as well? And what are the things to surge up, to move up, moving further as well? Without further ado, let's start. Main thing I wanted to focus on today is BTC dominance. It just goes up, like it does not stop. It's crazy to see what is happening with this thing currently. 60%. It's topping exactly around the levels that Benjamin Cohen essentially spoke about. And if we would zoom out on the larger time frame, we would see that where we are at currently, we are at currently the generational resistance level. Will it go higher? I don't think so. And what does BTC dominance going higher means? It means that people are selling from their altcoins and the meme coins, and they are buying into meme coins. Why they're doing that is because they're afraid of uncertainty that is present in the marketplace. Let's figure out what is this uncertainty. Is the market actually right to be uncertain at this stage? And what will be happening from my point of view in both outcomes? Obviously, the main uncertainty is present around the elections in the US. No one knows how it will end up. Maybe we'll have some crazy things happening, and as a result of them, like riots and things like that. We have two main candidates, Trump and Harris, at this stage. There is a consensus in crypto market that if Trump wins, crypto just sends. Like it will attract a bunch of people will be buying the assets, it will just go like crazy. And there is also consensus in the marketplace that if Harris wins, the market will essentially drop. It will dip, it will dump, and nothing will be happening. BTC is going to $40,000, meme coins are going to zero. We should sell, and that's why people are de-risking right now at this stage. At this exact moment, as we're talking, we see this on the range of assets. People are selling, they're taking profits, and they're making sure that they would rather just de-risk and leave. Well, I'm always very cautious on this channel about the overall consensus that market participants might have, right? With Trump winning, if Trump will be winning only 3 days away, this is crazy. If Trump will be winning, I do definitely think that a range of Trump tokens they will just send on the marketplace, and we might actually see a small bull season coming into the whole thing. And what kind of helps me to understand and see this picture is that a range of Trump coins on the marketplace, they corrected to the core levels. We see MAGA was just sending to $120 million, and it corrected back into the consolidation range after the pump that happened in the end of October. Very healthy type of thing. But do remember, I was actually showing you the chart of BTC once and BTC dominance at the start of October, when everyone was screaming to October. I told you we're going to correct first, and then we're going to go higher, and we're going to see new all-time highs this month. Exactly what happened. Everyone was wrong, I was right. One more time, everyone was wrong, the whole market was wrong, I was the only person who was right. At the start of October, I told you we are going to see a correction, and I told you we are seeing new all-time high on BTC this month. We almost reached it. $200 to $300 away. I would count it because still you did not believe this anyway, right? But the reason I'm showing you this chart, this thing, is because I was sure in the start of the month, when we're trading in the range and we have the breakout somewhere around the size, the height of the range, right? And then we pretty much, or we are getting sent back. Usually what happens, we are going even lower, which is crazy to think, because if you would think that this thing will be going even lower, it will probably mean the overall correction in the marketplace, and essentially Harris just winning the election and just Trump coins going to zero, which would be just crazy, right? I'm seeing and I'm thinking that we should be reversing from here. This is one of the charts of MAGA, and I would also like to show you the chart of Trump, to check out the chart of Trump and check out what's happening here as well. We had some things in terms of the breaking out right here as well, $250 million. We got sent back heavily. We got some whales dumping around these levels. Right now, it's like, I can't even call this consolidation, it's like downwards price action, right? I kind of like the chart, if you would essentially ask. You might think that like this is something that we're printing, right? We were not able to break out here. We got rejected. We got rejected heavily back into the bottoms of this range, right? You might say that we are in this range currently at this stage. If we are actually at the bottoms of this range, this would mean that currently we have a generational point of entry into Trump. I'm not holding in Trump, I'm just holding some beta political coins to Trump out there. But there's definitely a crazy huge bull case with Trump winning the election. The only issue I think is that thought process I had, because I was the only person in the world who told you the first that BTC will be reaching all-time high this month. Thought process I have is that, all right, we will see BTC all-time high this month in October, and the market will be bullish, and the things that will be happening will be bullish, everything will be pumping and things like that. BTC will be reaching great numbers short term, maybe like $80,000 first or second week of November, right? And this would essentially attract way more retail into the marketplace. Even like default retail, and coins like Trump, they will be able to onboard retail into crypto, right? We have some great retail onboarding specialists in our space, like Ansem, for example, who onboarded a bunch of people, a bunch of normies into celebrities coins, and I think they are very, very grateful for the onboarding that happened. All right, coming back to our talk, yes, as I was telling you, BTC all-time high actually happened this month, almost like 200, 300 bucks away. It's still a very, very nice result. And I'm not happy myself as well, because what essentially happened is that Bitcoin just sucked up all the liquidity of the marketplace. People just started to buy BTC based on FOMO. They may have the reasons to have FOMO, because if you're going to new all-time high, it would probably mean that we are going much higher. It would probably mean that it would be quite hard to get BTC again at these levels, at essentially current levels in terms of its price. It will probably be higher. And if you're buying in size, you can definitely feel that. Like, there is a huge difference if you're buying BTC at 60K and if you're buying it in 80K at the end of November 2024, right? So BTC dominance just sucked up all the liquidity on the marketplace. Alone, it kind of summed up with the uncertainty regarding the election on the marketplace, and it just resulted with our alts and meme coins dumping, right? But at the same time, what we have to understand, we're still in the rate cuts cycle, right? And we are at the top of the resistance, like global top resistance for BTC dominance. Will it go higher? I don't think so. But if it won't go higher, this just means that currently is the generational opportunity to get into crypto assets. Even the one that pumped already, right? We can check out something like Giga. I wanted to talk about these things today as well. $680 million market cap. We're kind of pretty in second top. It kind of surges up heavily, just going higher. Will or not it will actually go higher from here? I won't say so. To me, it looks like second top. To me, it looks like we should be seeing our consolidation happening and being in the range. The only thing I can see currently is that it's heavily bundled, and you definitely have like strong figures like Murad essentially supporting this coin moving further into the cycle. I don't think that, like, if you're watching this channel right now, you're present in the marketplace, you are at this level, which is the generational entry into any crypto assets currently. Like, in 4 years at least, a lot of people would love to be in the situation as you are in currently. Being present and being active in the marketplace, essentially seeing this thing happening. This is crazy, because the whole narrative for BTC dominance is to correct heavily, is to go down, is to correct heavily from here, go down to the bottom of the range, which will be our peak of the bull market out there, right? And we are here right now. You have to understand this. This is generational opportunity. And if you are kind of, from my point of view, wasting this generational opportunity to buy into something like this that pumped already, you do a 2x on your money. It's $1.3 billion in market cap. $1.3 billion in market cap. This is just crazy. Second thing I wanted to check out is FWOC. FWOC is showing new highs as well, and I think it somewhere $200 million. I also told you that I won't be buying currently because the upside is limited. Yes, we did around 50% from that movement. If you were buying at the lows of the range, we essentially, like, you were able to do a 2x. If you entered with size, that's probably a nice buy, because there is a high chance that this thing will go higher to the cycle. At the same time, man, like, these things that they're due to correct. And interesting, the fact I want to focus your attention on. By the way, the reason I have these things here is because this is the point where I call this thing in my Discord. In my private Discord, I called FWOC at $20 million. You could have had the option to have exposure to this information, to know this information for $200 a month. You can sign up with my Patreon page in the description under this video. It's crazy. I call it a $20 million market cap. But coming back to our thing, because I'm showing you coins from Murat list for a reason, and I'm showing you that they are kind of showing this like trying to show this next leg up for a reason. The main reason for that is because it's almost like, because through all my things I was telling you that Apple and Retarder should still have a little bit more upside in them, along with App Fork, and them moving kind of might actually be showing the second leg up in the marketplace. Because the first leg up we've seen with a range of OG Solana memes like just surging up heavily, just pumping, like Sigma pump like crazy, XD pump like crazy, all of them I called in my private Discord, to Autism pump like crazy, it was called at 600k in my private Discord. So a range of things essentially pumped like crazy. But I do think that following the fact that these things are trying to essentially print another leg up, we're seeing that they're being sold into heavily. You can see that we are seeing these candles that don't have the bodies, or we have huge imbalance on them. What does it mean? It means that people are selling right away. Here they were very quick to sell, very quick to sell. Here we have huge imbalance, which means that people don't want to buy or hold assets. Right here they're just dumping on upcoming holders into this thing. Until the market situation will change, I do believe that this thing, they won't go up heavily, right? And market situation change, I mean the presence of new liquidity. I mean the entrance of new liquidity into the market, which will probably be changing with new all-time highs per BTC, but these things, they should go and consolidate. F4, Giga, your Apple, your Retarder, your SPX, they should consolidate. We should be seeing run on other coins in the marketplace. Yes, you have to wait. Yes, you have to hold. Yes, you have to think about like opportunity cost and things like that, but don't buy into pump charts. I'm telling you this for a month at least. Just don't buy into pump charts at this stage. There are a range of assets on this market that did not pump yet. Look into Ethereum ecosystem, for example. Look into some other meme coins. Although most of the like good Solana meme coins that they pumped already. Guys on Solana, they're definitely very quick out there. So this is something I wanted to finalize, because on one point of view, on one hand, what we do have, we have a bunch of uncertainty in the marketplace. We have people selling the meme coins, selling the assets. Portfolios are correcting along the whole market, like people are de-risking heavily. Secondly, we have a very interesting leg up in these larger assets from Murat list, but they're getting sold into as well. They're getting sold into heavily. Why? Because the market is still in the heavy PvP scenario. We don't have any new capital. We don't have any new players coming into the market and bringing new capital. We just have existing market members essentially battling each other for liquidity, trying to take money out of each other. And that's why until we are in this situation where a market has all the same market participants, these things, they won't pump further. I do believe that Murat liquidity is exhausted already, and very soon he will be called a scammer, he will be called bad names, because most of his things will go into consolidation, and you would have to focus and look on other things as well. Something I wanted to briefly touch as well is Mumu. Also, crazy consolidation. Try to break out, like this chart also follows the chart of Trump. Try to break out and got sandbagged into the bottoms of the range. The more essentially the push should be eventually, right? And it's still like upward consolidation on this chart. It's crazy interesting to see this thing currently. Like, we're in the stage of the market where you need to buy into the assets and you just need to hold. You don't need to do anything else. This chart reminds me of the chart of Selfie very much. Selfie is recently being adopted and accepted by second Murat dog out there, right? Again, I do believe that Murat hype is vanishing on a daily basis, right? And it was this nice evolution of PvP in the market, which was presented as PvE. A bunch of people took profits on the money of a bunch of VCs and market participants that sold the alts and bought into meme coins, right? But yeah, unfortunately, Mumu is quite similar from my point of view to essentially somewhere here. I would say Mumu currently somewhere here in comparison to selfie chart. And that's why I'm telling you, focus on the meme coins and on altcoins as well that did not break out yet. This is a very, very important thing. So coming back to our BTC dominance, I do expect BTC dominance to stay in the range for quite some time, even if we start to reverse from here. I don't expect like from alts to start to pump like right away. I'm honestly liking the correction that we're seeing, although I thought that we should still be breaking all-time high, but I'm kind of liking the correction. We're in this like slow weekend and nothing has happened. We have presidential election next week in 3 days from now. This is just crazy. I can't wait, because to me, these charts, they look prime. To me, BTC dominance just screams about reversal at this stage. And like these things, the Trump token charts in BTC dominance, they just scream to me, Trump should win. Trump should be winning this election. Guys, I know that most of our viewers are actually based in the United States of America. I know it's probably a painful topic for you. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. What do you think? Who actually would be winning? And what is the influence on crypto market that this thing will have, and how you personally are playing this out? Because it's very, very important to understand how people are voting with the wallets, because we can say things like, I have huge exposure personally into the election narrative. If election narrative won't be picking up, or if Harris wins and as a result of Harris win, markets will just send like down, crypto market specifically, right? I will get fucked heavily, right? This is a very, very important part. I would love you to share on these topics. At the same time, we also have the argument like, oh, Harris wins, is bearish for the market. Harris is the current VP of the United States of America. And we have a crazy Memecoin bull market for a year, at least a year already. Do you understand this? Why this fact does not interfere with the crypto and with the assets essentially going higher, and with the craziness, with the euphoria that we had in March and April, right? A very important part. So this is the overview from my point of view. Again, BTC dominance is due a reversal. Certain charts that I showed you in this video, they are calling up. Buy into bottom charts. You have to wait, yes. Just be careful. Don't buy the tops of the range. Don't buy here. Buy at the rejections. We are at the rejections on the range of assets currently. Brad, Momo, Trump, all of them, we are at the bottoms of this range, and we get rejected from this range. Please don't buy into assets like this. Don't buy into FWOC currently. Don't buy into Mudan currently. Don't buy into Giga currently. Don't buy into XPX currently. Don't buy into these assets at this stage. Well, only if you're entering like with 300k, but man, you have to understand, if you're buying the bottom, your downside is very limited. Like for a token, for a coin to go below its bottom, it's very limited. If you're buying with even with the largest, like with a larger chunk of money, but you're buying the top, this is the chart that you are seeing on like Giga. We're currently here, and we see crazy candles without bodies, and we see crazy imbalances, which means that current holders are selling. We're seeing this thing on retarded, we're seeing this thing on FWOC as well. Like, please, just be careful. Just be careful. Not even Apple, because like there are a range of assets on Ethereum that are still undervalued at this stage. Not even Apple, like maybe FWOC, I would top blast if you want to top blast. But the issue with the current market is that people need this leader to be able to take the hands and push them into some coins so they can buy. This is a very, very stupid thing to do. Like, partially this is how you get wrecked, although at the same time, if you are capable of recognizing who will be becoming the leader, and if you are positioned before the coin, the person became the leader, then you're essentially capitalizing on all of the exit liquidity this person attracts when he becomes hyped up. Something with Murad coin, like Murad called SPX, I think at $10 million market cap. Who thought it would actually be at 900 million? I think a very, very small amount of people actually was able to hold for all this time, right? But the reason people need like some third-party opinion to follow we have to understand the market structure. We have to understand why this is happening. It's because there is just a lack of liquidity in this market at this stage. Once the issue will be solved, like it won't matter. And from my point of view, the goal should be is to focus on the assets that will capitalize the most. You will be able to capitalize the most in this scenario of the market when the retail is back, when more liquidity is back, because this is where you're capitalizing. Yes, it's like longer term game. You're not playing the PvP, but you also have a smaller chance to lose. You just buy and just hold, and that's it. And maybe you play with some things like with different metas, because I'm still giving you a bunch of information on different metas, a bunch of information on different coins on this channel as well. But just hold your high conviction plays. You will, like, it's very, very hard to outperform just holding high conviction plays on there. Because one mistake, you lose a sizable amount of your profits, and that makes outperformance almost impossible. This is my message to you today. Let me know, have you actually de-risked before the election? Do you actually sell on your assets before uncertainty? Most of the market is selling, buying into BTC. Or are you actually adding into the plays that are correcting currently, into meme coins, into the plays that will be appealing for retail? And if you're actually buying good charts, because if you're buying Giga, SPX, buying Giga SPX currently is worse than buying BTC, I think. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.